Hello, happy Friday. You're crafting here. My name's Heather Thomas. I'm the Songbird Stamper. Whether you're crafting along, watching along, joining the replay, thank you very much and welcome to my channel. If I seem a little bit tired, it's because I am. I've just come off the night shift. I've done 4 nights this week, so a little bit struggling is what I will say. But I'm ready. I've got some cards prepped and I've got some fabulous stuff to show you. I'm hoping it's not too bright, but I might just close that blind just to make sure. It's a little bit better, I think. So how are we all? Are we all keeping well? It's cold. I mean, I've got my blanket on, the heating's on. It's just ridiculous. Does the mother know it's May? Yeah. Come on, summer, please. Could do with having you and your warmth with us soon. So, who's got new products to play with? I certainly have. Yeah, I've had a lot of fun getting everything ready and playing with some new bits and pieces. Let me just open up. Good morning. Nice to see you. Hey Anita, nice to see you too. Yeah, it's chilly. Chilly. I need to go out for a run as well. I'm not really feeling it, to be honest. I'm supposed to be running. Well, I am running. Heather, come on. Running 50 miles in May for charity, the mental health charity Mind. Good cause. And yeah, so I need to get out there really, but I don't feel like it today. So what have we got? I've got some. I want to say pretty cards that I made using the Expressions in Ink suite. In the suite you've got papers, dies, I don't know what my catalogue is, papers, dies, what else is there? I like a really cool ephemera pack as well, so I'll show you that one. And the stamps, obviously, yeah, stamps and dies, which all coordinate beautifully. I've had a bit of fun playing around with that. Good morning, Marion, nice to see you. Thank you for joining me. So I've done, you'll be pleased to know I've done loads of die cutting before. I did that this morning. So you don't have to sit here and watch me die cutting lots and lots of pieces, but I'll flip you over, I think, and we will get crafting, shall we? I've got some papers to show you to begin with. Let me just flip this around. Hey, Katie! Apologies if I make you sick in the process. It's not quite as straightforward as when I have my phone. Is the sound okay this morning, guys? Please do let me know. I did have some problems with a few things that I've been doing actually. So if the feed's not good, I do apologise. I'll stop fiddling with that in a minute once I get that square. But hopefully it will be okay. So these are the papers that you get in this suite, and they are stunning. They're like based around alcohol inks. This is my this is my favourite, I think, and I've got a fab product. I plan on the 7th of June to be doing an in-person class. Just up to 6 people. We're allowed up to, well, 5 people. We're allowed up to 6 people indoors from the 7th of June, from the 17th of May. And this paper features, it's a 3D project. It's a lovely gift and a matching card. And you'll get some papers in with that. So I'm starting to think about in-person classes again. If you're interested in coming along, I've got a couple of spaces, I think. So do let me know. I'll up more details soon anyway. But it would be good to get back to some in-person crafting. These are all the foiled sides. It's stunning, this paper. I think it's £14 for the 12 sheets. This one is my favourite. I've had this out a couple of times to try and work with it. I can't. I literally just can't touch it. I might just have to frame one of those pieces. You've ordered the DSP. Wow, you're gonna love the dies and the stamps too as well. This is gorgeous. And it is in the paper share. I do have a spare paper share because my math was terrible and so was my customers. She paid twice for the same paper share, and she only wanted one share. So I do have a spare one of those going available. £25. for 96 sheets of design series paper, and this is included if anybody is interested. So that's that side, and then I'll flip it over. If I can do this in one go, it'll be a miracle. That's the other side. So some really cool designs actually. This is greener than it looks on the camera. That colour is not picking it up as true to life as it is. That one's quite nice as well. Actually, I might use a little bit of that in this morning's project. But it's so pretty on the other side. This one's similar kind of design to the one that had foiling. Good morning, Charida. Oh, you found us again. That's absolutely fabulous. I'm so pleased. You loved last week's cards. I'm really, really chuffed with that, Charida. Bless you. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed that class. It was a good one, the snails. So this, again, not my favourite. Stunning. Not my favourite. Stunning. Oh, it's got gold foiling in it. So pretty. And this one's quite cool. And some of these are going to go really well with the peach suite as well, I think. In a piece of the peach. And then there's this one. But again, I'm going to need another pack of this because this is gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. But I don't know if I can cover that up. Huh. Choices, choices. So that's the paper I'm working with. I've got a pink card for you because I just don't know what's wrong with me. I'm not normally a pink kind of person. I can't escape pink at the moment. The new polished pink is just so beautiful. I do need that, I think. Yeah. The new polished pink is so beautiful. I can't stop making pink cards, and it's really not like me. So I'm not going to show you the finished card. You're going to have to stay and watch. But I will get cracking so that you don't kind of think we're just sitting here doing nothing. So I've got some of this gorgeous, gorgeous colour, isn't it? Polished pink. And you get the cardstock and the paper. I love the fact that it all coordinates. If anybody, those of you that know Stampin' Up know that this is an amazing feature of them. If you're new to Stampin' Up, then you might not realise that everything coordinates. No more hunting around for the pink ink that matches the pink card, that matches the pink paper. It's just there. It just all works. And this is the gorgeous ribbon. I'm not using it today, but it's there should I want it. Can't wait to get new products. Charida, you must. Have you not popped an order in yet? Yes, you must get them. The DSP is gorgeous. It's absolutely stunning paper. Now this is the stamp set that coordinates, artistically inked. This is a wow stamp. I've used this but haven't loved it. This one is gorgeous. The leaves are gorgeous. Font's lovely. This is stunning though. I'm going to show you that in a little bit. And then we've got some dies. These are the dies, plus this one. So these cut out the stamped images. That is my favourite, all-time favourite die at the moment. And that one there as well, which cuts the leaves out. And these are the die cuts. Aren't they amazing? Really, 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 really pretty. So I need a trimmer. That's what we first off need. Because I'm going to make a... Oh, and I'll show you the ephemera pack in a minute as well. But I said we'd get going, so we'll get going. The stamps and the dies are in a bundle, so you can benefit from 10% off as well. All the products you can purchase through me. I'm cutting this to 14.5 centimetres, by the way. Yeah, all these products are now available for purchase, so if you want to get your hands on any of them, please do feel free to get. I've run out of gold foil, so I will be placing an order soon. So for anybody local, if you've got anything on your wish list, let me know. I'll be popping an order in the not too distant future, because for some reason I've allowed myself to run out of gold foil, which is a little bit of a tragedy, to be honest. So that's 21 centimetres by 14.5, scored in half at 10.5. I've got card all over the floor at the moment. My nice tidy craft room is not so nice and tidy at the moment, but there we go. I've got a piece of basic white cardstock. I'm going to cut this one to 10 centimetres by 14 centimetres. And that's going to create our kind of mat. We are going to need 2 of those because we need one for the inside as well. So I might as well cut the other one now while I'm here and while I've got some white card. Again, just 10 by 14. So how are you all? Have you got any plans for the weekend? What's going on? We've got a very, very quiet weekend planned, I think. Well, literally nothing planned, so really quiet. Which, to be fair, is not a bad thing. I think it's supposed to be raining most of the day. So this piece of cardstock here, I want to measure 10 centimetres. I've got to make sure I don't show you this card because I don't want to spoil the surprise. And that's by 2 inches, so about 5 centimetres. So I'm just going to see actually if I've got a scrap. No, not that size. So cut that to 2 inches, about 5 centimetres. And then I want to cut some of this gorgeous pink and gold designer series paper. Now, is it 10 centimetres? Is it enough across? It's not, is it? So I need to think. So I want this nice pattern. So I'm going to cut this to 1 and so just over 4.5 centimetres. Let's go centimetres. I'm going to cut that to just over 4.5 centimetres. Literally just over. You could cut it to 4.5. And that's going to leave me this piece here, which I can use for something else. I wanted this band of nice pink right across the middle. And that's going to cut to the same width as this cardstock, which is 14 centimetres. Not sure for the weekend, Katie. A lovely chilled one. Oh, morning, as you've been... I know, I'm exhausted. Literally asleep on my feet, I feel. Go to the twins' school. Ah, good. And you went back to sleep. Ah, yes. Sometimes it's just nice to do that, isn't it? So this piece here is going to stick straight down. You can use tape runner or you can use Tombow. Normally I say on foil, try not to use the wet glue, but this seems to be working fine. It's just got a little bit of foiling in there. It can just make it rock slightly. It just sometimes isn't the best glue to use when you're with foil. That's going to go straight onto there. And then this one is going to go straight onto here as well. You could do some stamping on here if you wanted to, but I have not. This is just straight on. I'll try and line it up as best I can to central. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 squares above and 4 squares below. That's one of the reasons I love the grid paper, and it is available to purchase. I think it's like you get 100 sheets of it and you can reuse and reuse and reuse and reuse as well. You can get it really, really messy. I just use a fresh one for filming, and then I try and keep it. If I'm using a fresh one, I try and keep it as fresh as possible for as long as possible. But yeah, because it really helps with the lining of things up. So that's going to go straight onto there. I'm not going to pop that on just yet though. I don't, because if I mess this up, then at least I haven't wasted my card base. So I'm going to work straight on that one. I've cut this of the Whisper White or the basic white cardstock, and I'm just going to stick that down with some Tombow glue into the centre here of my card. So I use Tombow. You could absolutely cut this out with the adhesive sheets as well, but all I do is I keep really, really good contact between the nozzle and the card, and then I just move it around and hope that little bits, I'm just squeezing really gently, I'm just hoping that little bits come out because you don't actually need a lot of this glue for it to stick well. But these intricate dies can be a little challenging to glue, and if you don't like my method, then some people use the fine tip glue pen that's Stampin' Up sell, or you can pop a little bit of adhesive on a silicone mat or on the back of your hand is how my friend does it. But yeah, I just keep going, keep good contact, and then you're not, I always say this, if your nib is in contact with the paper and not too much glue can come out, but if you keep it above and squeeze, then you're going to get big blobs out. And then that can go in the centre, something like that. It's fairly central. That will do. And then stick it all down. Now I want some leaves, so let's do some stamping. Let's pop that to one side because I'm going to get the polished pink ink out. Ah, hey Kathleen. Finally managed to catch me live. Are you on holiday or something, Kathleen? It's yeah, Friday morning works really well for some and not very well at all for others. But it's nice to see you. Thank you for joining us. So I'm using this artistically inked stamp set. I love this one. And these are the leaves that I'm going to use. Just a little block there. I can find some scrap wistful white, basic white. I'm not good with name changes. I think that's thick, but that'll do. I want these to be quite light. The whole kind of piece is not hugely dark, so I'm just stamping these off. Actually, I might get all three here, and I'm going to fussy cut these, even though there are dies, just because I just find it easier. Can I order you some heat and stick powder? Yes, I can, Claire. If you PM me, I'll let you know how much it is, and then you can transfer me some money. I'll get that ordered for you, no problem at all. You have some Victorian cards and postcards, you'd love them. Your Aunt Edna has sent you a whole load of her collection, so you'll ring her tomorrow for chat about them. Oh, lovely. Oh, that would be nice to put some history to them. Fantastic. Gosh, I bet they're a sight, aren't they? Victorian postcards. Are you here's one for you, Anita. Are you planning on crafting with them, or are they to keep for posterity? I think I'm going to know the answer. But I would be so tempted to. I mean, even if you maybe scrapbooked them whole, rather than just keeping them loose, that would be really nice, wouldn't it? And put the memories with it as well. You don't work Fridays, but usually busy on Stampin' Up stuff. Having a lazy one today. Yeah, if you work full-time, I work full-time, but it's shifts, so it's not as kind of regular as that. But if Friday is your day off from the normal job, it's a good time to get your Stampin' Up stuff done, isn't it? But nice to have you join us on a lazy Friday. It's just grotty outside. Actually, I'm quite pleased I've closed the blinds, because I can pretend it's nice and sunny out there. So we're just going to fussy cut these leaves up. Yeah, my dad's given me some jewellery, and he did go through it at the time when he gave it to me, but we need to go through it again really and write down the history of it. The reason I've got it is because my brother isn't all that trustworthy. Oh, he's really trustworthy. That sounds horrible, but like my dad gave him some. They're only little. They're fake gems. Actually, my granddad, interesting story, bought them thinking from South Africa, thinking they were real gemstones, but it turns out they are synthetic. So they're just in a little pack. Anyway, my brother had them in his hands for about 2 minutes, and they all ended up on the floor. I'm scrabbling around in the garden outside trying to pick up these gems. So I was like, right, well, should I just keep on to all of this? So I've got 3 leaves here. I'm going to shape them. One of the things that when we craft is you sometimes forget that you can add shape and texture to your leaves. You don't have to just stick them flat, just because they're flat images and flat cards. you can bend them. So I'm just creasing it in the middle and then curling the leaf round, and it just gives you some really, really nice texture and definition to the leaf. Makes it look a bit more lifelike. Maybe you should do Stampin' Up! Things on Fridays. You have so many other things to do. I know, right? There's just not enough hours in the day for everything that we want to do in life. Oh, yes, exactly, Anita. That would be lovely. Put them in a decorated journal and keep onto them for posterity. So you can see how that just transforms that leaf, and they're not going to stay as curled, but it just gives you that shape to them. These leaves will go with so many. You don't have to just use them with this set. I go with so many of the flowers that we've got. They're beautifully stamped images. So I'm just going to pop some dimensionals onto the back of those. And all I'm going to do is pop them in the groove that I've just created with my bone folder. So that means when I stick it down with glue here, okay, the leaf isn't going to collapse on itself quite as much. So I'll do that with all three. And then what I've done is die cut some of this gold leaf here. So I'm going to use this. But I am going to show you the ephemera pack. Hey Lizzie, nice to see you. How are you doing today? So in the ephemera pack, you get all of these beautiful sticky backed, kind of pinky tone gems. And then you get 5 sheets of gold. Come on, let's grab one. I only want one. Yes. And look, you get so much loose around here that you can use for die cutting little flowers or punch out little circles, whatever you want to do with it. But you've got some borders, you've got some shapes, you've got some leaves, so loads of things. They get 5 sheets of that one. But I have used the die cut today. Hello, Rachel. Rachel, did you send me a new home card? I think it was from you. If so, it's absolutely beautiful. Thank you. It's sitting on our hall dresser table type thingy at the moment. Yeah, it's stunning. If it wasn't you, I need to figure out another Rachel that I know, because I've already had one off my other friend Rachel. So I've just cut 3 of those leaves off. So you don't need to use this hole. You can do if you wanted to. But don't forget you can just cut things. So got those, and then I've already die cut from the Butterfly Brilliance set. This cute butterfly. I love this set of dies. So many, and they don't just need to be used on their own. They'll make great additions to any of your projects. So I've die cut one of those, and I'm just going to bend him at the wings to give him a bit of shape too. And it's a set of dies you may have overlooked, so I'm going to show you now. They're called the Iconic dies. They're standalone, as in there's no stamp set attached to them, but they're gorgeous. And you get this amazing little bumblebee. And this set of 3 flowers as well. How nice are they? Look at the mushrooms. Love that. And the cute little bird. Flower, leaves, like a fern, twig. These are amazing. £27 for all of those dies. Really great quality, very sturdy. Use them. Oh, they'll last you forever. They'll last you forever. As long as you don't run over them in your wheelie chair, which I have done before, which is upsetting. But as long as you don't do that and you look after them, they'll last you forever. Gorgeous, gorgeous set of dies. Yeah, you might have missed those ones. That's the Iconic dies, Lizzie. Iconic dies. They just stand alone on their own in the dies at the back. Told you you'd have missed them. Yeah. They are really pretty but very easy to overlook. So that's those. So I've cut out the flowers. Should have another flower. Oh no. Oh, here it is. So 3 flowers. I've got my leaves and we'll get to putting it all together, I think. Oh, and I've got actually one more die cut, which I'll show you first. This is from the Tasteful Labels. They're a lovely set of dies, and you did miss them, Lizzie. Yeah, you need. I thought you might need those mushrooms. I thought they were a Lizzie thing. Tasteful Labels. Pretty sure it's still current. All these stitched and embossed shapes in there. So this is a go-to set of label dies for me. Especially now we've lost our stitched shapes. We've got a couple of circles in here, a flag, some bigger ones, smaller ones, loads and loads of options in that one. Want It Friday. They are fab, those dies. So I've got a little one here and I'm just going to stamp. I am going to make this into a birthday card actually. Or I think, I don't know, I might do a thinking of you card. Oh, I'm stuck in my blanket, hang on. Oops. Right. Let me grab a greeting. Didn't really think about this. No, I didn't think about this at all. Maybe it'll be another best wishes one. I'm struggling, right. None of these stars. They're just not quite. Wishing a little extra. Happy birthday would fit. Oh, decisions. Actually, this one. Wishing you a wonderful birthday. Let's do that. This is from Grab a Greeting. I know. This is from the Elegantly Said stamp set. Wishing you a wonderful birthday. I'm going to stamp that in the polished pink as well. I even bought loads of greeting sets this time because I the greeting I want. I'm hoping this comes out straight. Oh no, it's not straight. Let me just cut another one of those, I think. I knew I had one stamp that I didn't put the label on straight. So let's try that again. So I need to come down and left. Okay. So again, another good use for grid paper. So let's just bring that down there so I can see. So I need to come down and left. Yes, that's better. Yeah, the hello would work, but it's quite a bold, blocky font, and on quite a, you'll see in a minute, flowery card. I didn't think it would go. The Best Wishes works really well, but I've already used that on one card. So I wanted something a bit different. Made June's birthday cards at the moment, because they're going to go out soon. Getting back into a groove with birthdays. So if you've got a June birthday, your card is going to be being made soon, and will be getting out to you hopefully in time for your birthday. And if you're not on my birthday calendar, or if you haven't seen my birthday calendar, you can subscribe to my newsletter and get a PDF tutorial for a really in-depth project, and there's a video tutorial that goes with it as well, to how to make a birthday calendar. So if you have already subscribed, check your inbox because that email is with you. If you haven't, all you need to do is head to my website where you can sign up to my newsletter and get that PDF download. But if you're not on my birthday calendar and you would like a birthday card, just get in touch with me and I can help you out. by sending you a nice little birthday card. I'll put you on my calendar. So that's just going to go on dimensionals straight in the middle. And then we're going to decorate around it. So we've got our leaves here with our dimensionals on. So I can peel the backings off those. Oh, I'm glad you liked your birthday card. Thank you, Lizzie, even though it's late. I've got another one that's gone out late as well today. Although the rest of May's have already gone. They went early. I just had a problem with one. And then that's going to slip under here. Now if you need to chop some off because you've put your dimensional on, that's fine. All you're going to do then is just trim away the bottom like that. It means you can get that underneath a little bit better. But because it's got some dimension on it, it just needs a bit of forcing underneath. So that's going to go there. I'm actually going to cut one of these. This set is gorgeous, Andriana. And good morning. Nice to see you. I'm just going to trim that leaf in half. Okay? Because that one's going to sit underneath here. This is just so, so pretty. This whole suite. The dies, the stamps, it all works just well together. That one's going to come out about there. So you're just trying to get, if you need to get a bone folder underneath there just to push that end down that's got the glue on, then that's fine. You can do that. And I just need to stop making pink soon. The next one we're going to make is green. So any green lovers, and I know I've got a few. The next one's for you. So I'm just going to pop on these bits here. I'm just lifting up that dimensional and popping that underneath. And then I'm just going to pop a bit of glue. So you can lift up dimensionals a little bit. Kind of play around with them, and then we'll stick this one on over the top. So that's going to have to go underneath there. Again, might just need to trim off a little bit on the end. And then this one here, the leaves are going to come out and over the top. Actually, that one might be better. Of the pink one. So some gold under, some gold over, just to mix it up a little bit. And I'm going to trim, I think I'm going to trim quite a lot off that one. It's just going to come out like that. Nothing wrong with lots of pink. There isn't, Anita. I feel like I'm being a little bit unfaithful to purple though, to be honest. And yeah, I really feel like I should probably just mix it up a little bit. I did make some blue cards though, the blue and yellow pansies, that was nice. So it's not been all pink, but it's been quite a lot pink. And then I'm just going to pop this flower on here. And then I think that one's just going to go underneath there. You could put one down here, you can put whatever you want, but I'm just going to go for two, I think. They do say odds work best when you're putting embellishments on. Ah, thank you, Katie. It's pretty, isn't it? It's just so delicate. It's really nice set to work with, and then that butterfly is just going to sit on the top, as if he's just taken his rest and is now flying away from this little scene we've created in the middle here. And then that's going to go onto straight onto our polished pink card base, which just sets the whole thing off, doesn't it? We still haven't finished because we've got to put all the embellishments on. Ah, thank you, Antriana. Pink and white and gold. Gosh, you can't go wrong, can you? Especially with these dies, they're also beautiful. And it's trying to find the dies that work together. And the butterfly, because it's the same, I want to say filigree. It's a type of metal work, isn't it? Filigree. Looks very much like this die that we've used in the background. But yeah, I mean, cards like this take me, I would say this probably took about an hour to design. The next one that you're going to show probably took about 2. Because I just sit there and I move bits around and I don't stick it down until I'm entirely happy with it. And all I'm doing now is copying the one I made earlier. Oh, bless you. Thank you, Lizzie. Your 5-year pin. Oh, wicked. Oh, it's my 5 years next year. Can't believe it. When people say how long have you been a demonstrator, I'm like, oh, 3 years? But no, it's 4 years and counting. Been much longer than I thought. It's just flown by. I love being a demonstrator. For anybody watching, if you're not a demonstrator, there is a super duper offer on at the moment where you can get £154 worth of product for £99. It's a joining offer, but you don't need to demonstrate, you don't need to do anything. You can just come and join my lovely team. And we have little team get-togethers, which is brilliant, although outside of COVID, inside of COVID, we've been having to do virtuals, which is not so good. But it's still nice to get together with everybody. So you can come and join our little team. It'd be good to have you and grab yourself a fantastic bargain. And everybody on here will tell you you'll not regret the decision that you make. Even if you kind of don't stay. Even if you just grab an offer. It's a fab offer. So that's the inside of the card done. And then what I'm going to do is pop Anita. There's a lot of hearts and a Q and a C. I'm guessing you love it. I've got my Take Your Pick tool. Some gilded gems. You could use the polished pink gems in here as well, but I thought that might just be a bit too pinky. So I've gone for these, a bit more subtle, and the nice gilded gems, which are my favourite. Best decision you ever made, Antriana. Yep, I hear that a lot, and mine. Best decision I ever made. Got a crafty network of friends. Oh, my confidence has grown incredibly, and my crafting has improved a ridiculous amount since when I first started. Happy 1 year in June. So I'm going to pop some of these smaller ones. The only problem with these is that I think they're just a bit too big. I like the smaller ones, so they get used up first. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to pop some of these little ones. Because these are quite subtle, you can put quite a lot of these on. So I did go a little bit mad. Oh no, I went mad on another one I did. This one I did only put 3 on. I might put 1 there too. No. No, stay with it as it is. I think that's pretty. Wishing you a wonderful birthday. Overkeen with excitement. Being a demo is the best, Katie. You get to make the best friends, absolutely. You really do. So you could stamp on the inside if you wanted to. I mean, I've got a little leftover flower here. I could quite happily just pop that on the inside, which I might do actually. Because I don't want him going to waste. Or if you had a little strip of the designer series paper and you wanted to put that along the bottom. Oh gosh, choices, huh? I think I'm going to stick with my little flower just in the bottom left hand corner, or right hand corner. There. Just brings the outside in. There you go. And I might put a butterfly on the envelope. Not sure yet. So that's card number 1. I love that, I must admit. And that's the first version that I made. So slightly different. The flower fitted onto here. And I used the sentiment best wishes. That's that one. And we're going to make something green now. We're going to go green. So the design series paper that I've got. Oh, actually, let's make the card base first, shall we? So to make the card base, we're making a slimline card this time. And this, Anita, is inspired by the Creative Minds Kind Hearts group that I finally joined, only after a year if you're talking about it. It's a little Facebook group for anybody who doesn't know. It's open and full of lovely, lovely people, lots of inspiration for crafting. And yeah, my interest got the better of me. So 21 by 21, scored at 10.5. So that's going to create our card base. And then we just need a piece of white card. And this is going to be 10 by 20.5. And that's going to be our mat. Trimmer out because we need to cut some paper. So we need some green paper. I just got to be really careful that I don't ruin those papers. I'm going to use that sheet. I have already got one that's half been cut into. That one. And I'm going to use as well with the gold. Just a gold stripies. Might think about using the, where's the other one that I said I might use? That one. But it hasn't got any gold on. And the other side's just too pretty, I think. So yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with what I've got. So I'm going to cut a strip. I'm actually going to cut a piece off that side, I think. That is 1.5 centimetres. And then I'm going to cut a strip that is 1 centimetre. Maybe I'll cut another 1.5. I'm not very good at making decisions, as you might be able to tell. I can always cut 1.5 down if I think it's too thick. And then this one I'm just going to cut to 1 centimetre. 1 centimetre. And I think I just need one of those. Okay, just going to clean off my stamp. And then, yes, exactly. You could, absolutely. That's a really good idea, Antiana. Even with the Tombow glue, that's how I normally do it. I just put a really thin layer of Tombow glue, a little squiggle, and then add your gilding flakes to that. But I'm just not sure I want to get gilding flakes out right now. I'm a bit tired. It might all get a bit messy. Get away from me a little bit. So I've got 2 strips of 1.5 of the green, 1 strip of 1 centimetre with the gold, and that is that for the trimmer. So let's do some stamping, shall we? This is Shaded Spruce, this colour cardstock, so that's what I'm going to pick. Shaded Spruce ink, and we're going to be using this Fab stamp set and Fab stamp from said stamp set. It doesn't really look like much until you put some ink on it, and then it just comes alive. Now I think I've stamped off. Yes, I think I did. It doesn't matter if you overlap slightly. It doesn't matter if you leave white spaces slightly. We're just going to kind of come up across this left-hand corner. See my face, I've got my tongue out with concentration trying to decide where to put these stamps. Yep, so I've just kind of done a sweep up that bottom and left corner. While I've got the ink out, I am going to stamp probably the same stamp, and I want my bumblebee to go here, so I'm hoping I've got space. Yeah, that'll be fine. So I need to misalign it again. Oh, that's too much. Lovely. So that's the stamping done. Now let's spin this over so a little bit cleaner to see what I'm doing. So I've got a strip here, and all I'm going to do, I'm in two minds whether I use this with it's got a different colour on it, or just to kind of stick with the darker colour. I think I'm going to do it that way round. And all I'm going to do is trim that at an angle. And the same here. Now I want that piece of gold to be in there, and I'm just eyeballing that angle, and then if I don't think I've cut it accurately enough, I can just go back in, or rather kind of slanty enough, I can just go back in and do that one. That piece is going to sit there. Then I've got a piece of the gold strip. Really pretty, isn't it? That stamp. It just gives you a nice background effect. And I want this to go all the way up to the top of the page. Honestly, I really struggled with the layout of these strips. I want that one to stretch all the way from top to bottom. And then this one here is going to come, because I want them mismatched. I want them kind of different heights, but then I want enough to show. So yeah, I found it a bit awkward deciding on the lengths that these should be. And then to go across the middle, we can just use some of these offcuts. So again, trying to keep most of the green. Actually, that piece is a bit... Although I'm not going to see most of it, to be honest, because it's going to be underneath the focal point. That's going to go there. And then this one. Good way to use up your scraps, this. It's not something I often do. I don't normally do scrappy cards. So you're getting a little bit of a treat, really. That's going to go a bit shorter. There. And now all we have to do is stick those down. Remembering what height you wanted them at. So take a photograph. If you're taking your ages to decide where you want them, take a photo and then refer to it. That's how I normally do my layouts. Yeah, I've never made a card that's kind of looks like this either. Oh, and the first card I totally forgot to say to you was inspired by a layout that the lovely Sue Poyle from Australia made with the Forever Fern design series paper. See, I've put that too far down. It's got to come up a little bit. And I said to her, this would work really well. Your layouts, all of them, would work really well with the expressions in ink. So thank you, Sue, for the inspiration. That's with a strip across and then the focal point in the middle. That's what inspired me to make that first card. It is effective, isn't it, Lizzie? Yep, and if you've got lots of little strips left over, brilliant way to use them up. Or if you've got a design series paper that you think, oh, just not sure about that, you know. It's a bit busy, or don't think you would use it all as is, then you can use a little bit of it just like this. So now what you need to do is decide where you want kind of the middle point to be, because we're going to pop on this huge gold die cut as well. And so that's going to be kind of be the middle point, and that's where we want our papers to cross underneath. So we're thinking about there, aren't we? Which is handy because I've got a little bit of an ink smudge, which is often the way when I work with a darker colour. So again, just use the grid paper, and that will help you to line that up on there. We can go a little bit over the edge, don't go too over the edge though, because I haven't got a mat around this one. It's literally going straight onto the card base. So sometimes you've got a mat and then you've got your card base, so you can go a little bit more all out with it, but not on this one. Again, just with the die cut, it's a bit easier to see, other than on the Whisper White, which is quite difficult to see where you've got glue. Pop some glue down into those spaces around the edge of the petals. And that can go down. Again, just making sure that when I put this on the centre of the flower, it looks central to my crosses. That's it. And then this one can go onto dimensionals. I'm going to pop one in the middle as well, just so that it doesn't sag down. And then we've just got our little bee. There are some bee trinkets in the catalogue as well, but I think he's quite cute. Just hanging off the side of our greeting there. Now on this one, I have used the In Colour Jaws, because the Evening Evergreen ones in here are really gold. They're like a goldy green, so they work perfectly. It's these ones just here. That's the ones that I'm going to be working with, and they're this gorgeous deep gold green colour. So those are the ones I'm going to pop on. Again, there's big ones and there's small ones. And actually these are really good size, because even the big ones aren't too big. I've gone a bit mad. I think I put 6 on. I might use another one of these big ones, because they need using. So I think I might put one down in there as well. So a bit bling-tastic. This is your card base, and then that's going to go straight onto there. So for any, look how that really sets it off then, doesn't it? When as soon as you put it onto the shaded spruce card, and you get that matte, the dark matte around the white, really sets your whole card off. And I just don't think this needed, you could put some leaves coming out, but I really didn't think it needed anything else. The background is quite busy, so it's nice to keep the focal point a little bit calmer. Whereas on the pink one we did that the other way round. And then all I made last of all is to do a little piece of cardstock for the inside. And that's going to be 10 by 20 and a half again. Should make a nice, I always think dark green is quite a masculine colour. So, you know, and they can have florals on there. If they like bees, that would be perfect for them. Yeah, exactly, the card base, as soon as you put it on the card base, it's like boom. Grounds it all. You're right, Katie. And then what I'm going to do with this one, I've got a strip of this designer series paper. So I just need to decide whether it's down the left hand side, which I think I might. That looks quite nice. Or just down the bottom. I think I'll pop that down the left hand side. And just bring that in line. So cut that again to 20 and a half centimetres. Oops, glue on my hand. It's not on. But yeah, really, really beautiful suite. Available now. The whole suite is £70, which I really think is good value for. It's a lot of money. I get that. So much use out of the whole suite, working together or tying it in with all your other craft products. Or the papers on their own are £14. I think the bundle for the stamps and dies is about £46. So loads and loads of options for you. If you fancy having a go at making these cards for yourself. Or if you are local to me, or on the 7th of June, I'll be holding an in-person class. Fingers crossed, as long as the guidance kind of stays the same and as long as, you know, everybody's well still, then we're going to be going ahead on the 7th of June. I think I've got 2 places, at least 2 places available on that one. I'll be using this suite of products in my class to make a gorgeous gift and matching card. And I think that you can go with whichever colour you want, because in my class you get some of the paper and you get a couple of bars of chocolate to go with it as well. So there's our cards. No, are you? Yeah, I think you've probably got your volume up high. It's not raining here. Although I have had problems with sound and technology's been a nightmare again. So which is your favourite? Green or pink? You'll have to let me know. I think I prefer the pink one, but then I do like the richness of that one as well. Well, that's it, my lovelies. 2 cards made, quite quick. A nice Friday morning, fun time of crafting. Pink, Jill. Beautiful cards, love them both. Thank you, Kathleen. Pink for you as well. Yeah, I think the pink's my winner, I think. But I had to do something green for the green lovers. And to try and use this design series paper because it is quite dark, so I wanted to show you a way that you could use that in a darker way. Oh my god, you can't choose. Love the pink, but yeah, the green looks like, that's the word I was thinking of. Like luxurious, it's rich, it's sumptuous, isn't it? Thank you, Anita. Both fabulous. Thank you so much, Katie. I'm glad you like them. And yeah, if you've got this suite, happy crafting. Enjoy. I'll show you another couple of little samples if I can put my hands on the cards quickly that I've made, because it is a fab suite. Now again, inspired by the Creative Minds Kind Hearts, I made this one Isn't that pretty? Isn't that a fun fold? Pink for you as well, Marianne. I definitely think you were in good company there. I think that's the winner. And I think this would make a gorgeous design for a card front just on its own. Let's create forever. You like both? Green's your favourite colour. See, I knew I had a green fan in the house. I knew I was going to have somebody. And then I made this one. Let's celebrate together. So again, just quite a lot of stamping on that one. I can't show you the project. I want to, the project for the in-person class, but I can't quite do that just yet. And then made. So I've had a lot of fun with this suite. Can you see it's quite versatile? So that's just some design series paper with the bold sentiment, and then this one cut out. I've got some leaves and some flowers that I've added behind. Kind of gets a bit lost in the design series paper, but I think that's quite pretty. And then this one I made with the stamp that I said I hadn't really used much. But it looks nice with some little dots and some leaves, some ribbon. And then that's one of the gold elements behind there as well. Now, I don't know whether to show you this or keep it a secret, but I'm going to say thank you for watching, and I am going to show you, and then I'm going to do it quite soon. What does this look like? I think it looks like a sunflower. And that's the circle from the stamp set. And the leaves, so I masked it and then put the leaves coming out from around here. And I think it looks like a nice sunflower, because I'm going to give that a go in oranges and yellows, because I think that looks really cool. But I wasn't sure about it on my envelope once I'd stamped it. Thank you, Anita. Pretty, pretty, pretty. But yes, I'll leave you with my favourite and your favourite, the pink one. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. And that's upside down. The pink ones. Right, my lovelies. Please do look after yourselves. Life is opening back up again, but it's still, we still need to be. I should hopefully be getting my jab in the next couple of weeks, which will be good. And yeah, stay safe. Happy crafting if you've got craft products to use. If you haven't, get in touch and let me pop an order in for you. Thank you guys. Look after yourselves. Have a lovely Friday, a lovely weekend. And I'll see you all again next week. Take care of yourselves and see you all soon. Bye for now.